behind the ball. And they get crosses in. They're pretty direct. They're good on set pieces. So you can see why they kind of hang in around every game. And they've not been an easy team for the opponents to figure out. So real pleased that we were able to unlock them for 2 goals in the second half. And you saw a big part of the plan was, to let them have a bit of the ball. We saw on film most of the games where the opponent has the ball, they would hit teams in transition, and that's where they're most dangerous. And I thought the guys really stuck to the plan, and that first goal came by just being patient, getting behind the ball. And we saw that if they, really don't have time and space to play balls forward or transition, they end up kind of getting stuck on the ball and complicating it. And, sure enough, that first goal came from them getting caught on the ball. Great counterattack with Giassi to Pedro, great strike. And then I thought the second goal was excellent. Like good teams do, you get the first goal, there's going to be a push from the opponent. We manage that, and good teams kind of stick the knife in the heart and turn it. And, I thought it was great to get that second goal and ride out the game. Another clean sheet. Thought Aloy was excellent. He made a couple saves look really easy that weren't easy. Entire back four I thought was really tight, especially with the way they play. Crosses in the box, direct, set pieces, like I said, not easy. It was great to see Bubba come back into the team. His first game back after New York FC. I thought we got a great performance out of him, and Jonah and Harry and Milton. So across the board, you need your attackers to score. Pedro got a goal. Giassi got a goal and assist. We needed that, especially with Lucas, only playing 30 minutes, 25 minutes. We have a quick turnaround. Our goal is to be on 30 points after this next game. We're going to fight really hard for that. I'm really pleased that I think in the last 10 games, we're unbeaten at home. So great to have our supporters as well, and great to get another 3 points.
Thank you, Caleb. Now, if you would like a question, please click raise hand, and I will then call upon you. And then if you can let us know who the question is addressed to, we can go from there. First question will go to Jacob Myers, and then we'll go to Patrick Murphy.
Caleb, you just kind of mentioned them coming in 4 games unbeaten, having scored 4 goals, probably coming in with a lot of confidence from their last game. Not sure if that was a motivating factor at all for the defense, but did you feel like this would be a solid test to see if things were corrected from the previous week against Chicago?
Yeah, well, I said to the locker room that there are 2 things that good teams do, top teams, and the first one is they're hard to beat, and we've shown that. Over the last 25 games, we've lost 3 games. We last 10 home games we're unbeaten. We lost 1 game in 12 this year, so we're showing to be a top team that's very, very difficult to beat, and we showed that last week, being down 2-0. That's great for our belief, our confidence. It's also great for the opponent to know that we're a very difficult team to beat. And the second thing good teams do is good teams beat the teams that they should beat. We knew going in that this was a good team, especially their midfield, Dax McCarty and Godoy and Mukhtar. We knew would be really good players, and obviously their back four. With Romney and Zimmerman. Those guys are experienced guys. We knew it wouldn't be easy, but we also felt like we should win this game. And I'm real pleased that we were able to show that, because you see it all the time. Teams that should beat other teams, they don't do it. And they take the night off, or they get complacent. And, top teams, they don't let that happen. They don't give teams, any chance or any hope. That they can beat them. And I thought we did that. We had to be patient to do it. And I thought the guys showed a lot of composure. They could have got rattled with a few situations in the match, some hard fouls, some maybe fouls that didn't go our way. But we're not going to make excuses in any game this year. We're going to get the job done.
Thank you, Caleb. Pat, go ahead.
Caleb, you've talked a lot about team defending this year, crediting everybody from the top. That first goal, Giassi turns over in the corner. Pedro had one where he also intercepted. that press that you guys do, was tonight kind of an example of how that can lead you guys to success offensively?
Yeah, I've talked about it time and again, but we have a very clear identity of how we play. But within that identity, we look at the opponent and we can add some wrinkles and some tweaks to what we do based on what we feel is the best thing for that game. And that makes us a very, I think, difficult team to game plan for. You saw today, we didn't press as high. We let them have the ball, Nashville, and then we pressed them in that middle block at the right moments. And so, that's something that we haven't done every game, but we felt that was the right thing to do for this game. And I thought the guys executed that extremely well.
Thank you, Caleb. Again, if you would like a question for any of our three panelists, raise your hand. Up next, we'll go to Sean Donegan.
Hey, Caleb, you have talked about wanting to create Mafre Stadium as a fortress, and 5 straight home shutouts now at Mafre. Is the team doing what you're expecting them to do at home?
Yeah, good teams win at home. They take care of business in your home games, for a lot of reasons. You need those points, but you need to I do believe there's an entertainment factor in MLS. You need people to come to the games. You want them to, when they come, want to come back. We are re-energizing the club. We have a new stadium that's being built right now, and it'll be finished next summer. We want people to understand we play attractive soccer and we win, and we score goals, and that we're fun to watch. So I think we're showing that, yeah. And I hope people continue to get on board and that we have more and more people come to our games. Obviously, we're limited right now with how many we can have, but we want everybody in this community to get really excited about our club, and they should be. You look at where we're at in the table, you look what we're doing this year, and how hungry the guys are, and I would say the quality of the players. We have some of the best players in the league here. And so everybody should want to follow this team and come out and watch these guys play, because it's a great group of guys, and they're good players, but they're also really good people.
Thank you, Caleb. As we continue with our post-match press conference, if you'd like a question, click raise hand. Next, we'll go to Jacob and then Pat Murphy.
This question's for Pedro. Pedro, Caleb just said that you guys had to sit back a little bit, be patient. You wanted them to have a bit of the ball so you don't get stung on the counterattack. Given that that's so different from the way you guys like to play, how much of a change was that, and how important was it to maximize on your opportunities when you had them?
Yeah, it's a little bit different because in the other games we press a little bit more, but I think we execute the plan, and this was the plan, and I think we were patient, and because we knew it is in the right moment we can hurt the opponent, and we did in the second half. So like I said, we execute the game plan perfectly, and they didn't create nothing, and we had a couple chance, and we scored 2 goals, and we won the game.
Thank you, Pedro. We do still have time for a few more questions. Up next, we'll go to Pat Murphy. If you would like the question after that, please raise your hand.
Yeah, for Aloy, I'm curious, when you guys are having such a good season defensively, then you have a game like last weekend where you give up 2 goals that you're not pleased about. What is the emphasis for you and the rest of the team in terms of getting it set out the next week like today?
Yeah, of course, last week was not the game that we wanted. We conceded 2 early goals, and we moved on and we learned from it. And I think this game we want to show that we have a strong team and a strong defense, and we want to keep a clean sheet again. So I think today was a difficult test because we have to play a little bit different than we used to be. But I think we did it well. The game plan was good, and we trained for it the whole week. So I think at the end we did our jobs, and we kept a clean sheet with the whole team, and we scored 2 goals. So for me, that's perfect.
Thank you, Eloy. We do have time for a few more questions. Up next, we're going to play Hal. After that, Jacob, and if you would like the final question, please raise your hand.
Caleb, congrats. The work by Zardes there, it almost looked like a hockey redirect type of move. It was kind of incredible. Can you discuss his finishing ability and just doing whatever it takes to put the biscuit in the basket, so to speak?
Yeah, he's really in great form right now. I tell him every day because in training he's playing as well as I've ever seen him play, and he has a lot of confidence. I think he's doing different things than he's ever done. So he's showing to be more complete in his hold-up play, in his movement in different ways. He's always going to be good in the box. That's his greatest strength. But right now, if you're a good team, you need your striker to score goals, and you need your 10. And today, Pedro was the 10, and Giassi was the striker, and those guys chipped in goals, and that's what we need out of them. So it's great to see. I told Pedro before the game, this is when he starts to hit his stride. If you remember last year, he really took off and started bagging goals. And it seems like it's that time of year again. So it's great for him to get another goal today, and it's great that G's chipping in every single game. We need that out of him.
Thank you, Caleb. Then for our final questions, we'll go to Jacob Myers and then Patrick Murphy.
Caleb, two things. Audie showed up on the injury report. What are you able to disclose about his condition? And then just how do you think Keita played in his first game back since the New York City game?
Yeah, Audie has a minor pulled muscle strain abductor. So it's probably a couple weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks that he's out. And Bouba, I thought was great. You never know, especially with a young player, when he has a big mistake like he had, against New York, how he's going to respond. We also tried to be patient. We tried to wait for the right moment to bring him back in the team. We kept faith in him and confidence in him. And we just knew this was a good game for him. We picked him because obviously we knew they go direct and they have pace up top in Baji. And we felt it'd be a very good game for Bouba because of his athleticism. And I thought it really helped deny what they wanted to do in the match. And he looked really good and comfortable, and it's great for him to get back on the horse.
Thank you, Caleb. And then for our final question, to wrap it up, we'll go to Pat.
Caleb, you mentioned playing without Lucas, but you obviously got to see him for about 20 minutes. How do you think he looked, and how big is it having him now going into these next 2 games?
Yeah, it's great to get him back in finally. We knew he couldn't start, but we had always planned to get him, 20 to 30 minutes at the end of the game so that he could get back into the rhythm of the game. And, he set up, I don't know if he got the assist, but he should have. The ball he played to Artur was perfectly weighted. He drove, waited for the right moment to slip him in. And I think, again, that just shows what he's capable of. So we have some spokes in the wheel that we've been missing, but this wheel is always going to roll fast regardless. We've got a strong team. And a strong team, doesn't matter if you have missing spokes, you're still going to keep rolling along, and we're showing that. And I'm real proud of that. It's going to be another couple weeks for Darlington, so we have to continue to manage that with him. He has a meniscus, so he had a scope yesterday, and he's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks.
Thank you, Caleb. And that's going to conclude tonight's post-match press conference. Thank you for joining.